Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's Anne Marie of the Art of Healing, and I have had quite a magnificent morning. Yes, I'm in the car. I've had a magnificent morning, and I want to talk to you, especially the ladies who listen to me, a little bit about physical appearance and frustration about it. The aging process on this earth planet. I have for months, I've shared with you my struggles with hair loss. It's gotten very bad. Okay, you see I have hair on my head. But this is an issue that has been an integral part of my life since the age of 14. Okay, long time. Long time. And I'm getting tired of it. And I'm getting tired also for other reasons. Not only for the fact that I'm frustrated with that, but some of you might know, but I'm in a relationship with somebody who has been off planet, who has witnessed the technology of other star beings, and even the technology of our own species, our military government technology that they have. And I was saying to myself, I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to go and I'm going to go be with him, and we're going to go spend the day together. But he tells of the society, this Pleiadian society that he was a part of in his sojourn, where they absolutely have technology that they place in their bodies at puberty. And you literally go on a smart glass pad and you're like, okay, for males, I want my hair to be like this, I want my jaw to look like this, I want my muscles to be like this, I want this to be like that. And women do the same thing. They want their eye color, they want their hair, they want their bodies to look a certain way. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, am I accessing that frustration? Because I know that I have an aspect of myself that's on that planet. Am I accessing that frustration and saying, this is ridiculous. You don't need to suffer with any sort of stupid saggy skin or physical illness or anything like that. You don't need to suffer with any of this. It can all be taken care of very, very easily. So is a part of my body just a part of my consciousness looking at my body and just going, what is the fucking point of going through all this suffering when it could be taken care of so quickly? Then there's another part of me, and this I have discussed with my dear friend Sonia, about our divine template. We, with our oversoul, create our divine template, our perfection. And I remember my father talking about this. I hear about other people who have gone to heaven talking about the souls that they meet are in their perfection. That's the divine template. And my dear friend Sonia and I have discussed this. And I have gotten really, really strong affirmations about the divine template and how true that is. That we, in our unity with the divine creator, want to be in our divine splendor, our divine perfection. This is a real thing, people. This is another real thing. There's a reason why we want to be perfect. Because we know we are. Because we know in our heart of hearts and our soul of souls that we have an aspect of ourselves, our divine template, that is perfect as Anne Marie. That is perfect as whoever you are, as Anna, as Agatha, or whoever is watching me, as Isa, all my dear friends out there, there is a perfect version of you up there, Pirio. There's a perfect version of you. Your soul's divine template that you, in your perfection, are. All right? Now, here's the crux of it. And this is the other download that I got this morning while I'm getting ready to go meet my beautiful man, my divine counterpart that I created and brought to me, and that was divinely given to me. There are aspects of you on this earth, and the reason why we have chosen this specific incarnation, this specific body, and we hear it all the time, we created this, we created this, we created this. Because this dimension requires it. This dimension that you are experiencing requires you to be the way that you are. Because it is bringing an aspect of source consciousness to this planet, not only for your soul's higher good, but for the higher good of everyone who encounters you. Every single person who passes by you, encounters you, and gains benefit. And what I was told specifically about me is that the light that I bring through into this dimension makes me more beautiful than any perfect divine template. And I appreciate that so very, very much. It is a gorgeous, confirming, loving thing to hear. That me, in all of my perceived imperfections, when someone else looks at me, sees perfection and sees what they need to see within me. And I turn that around and offer that to all of you who look at your physical bodies and say, how awful, which I do. Now, it doesn't mean to say that I won't go to the plastic surgeon. That doesn't mean to say that I won't go to the plastic surgeon. But what it means to say is that there is a divine purpose for everything that occurs. And yes, this density is hard. This dimension is hard to live in. It's tough. And we've had an onslaught of foods, chemicals, products, programming that has made us feel less than adequate with who we are. If you go in the jungle, these women, and I'll talk about women, but I'm sure, I don't know about men, I'll talk about women. Your breasts, your bellies, your backsides, your arms, all these chins, your face, whatever. All these things that show the ravages of time. For some, it's easier than others. But all of us are critical of ourselves. Male, female, it doesn't matter. We're all critical of ourselves. So let's remember this download that I got this morning. You are perfection in your imperfection, because it is what you bring to this earth and what you need to experience to come to wholeness and oneness with who you truly are. That is the divine purpose. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit. Does it mean I'm not going to go to the wig store? I'll probably still go to the wig store. If I told you the amount of money I have spent on fake hair and never used, you would be shocked. But I do believe that there's going to be technology coming out that's going to help. As a matter of fact, I invested in a technology, a light technology, that I use on my skin. It was expensive, but I was truly guided to do it. My body was giving me all the, I was shaking, I was channeling, light language was coming through. For me, that's like a soul connection, yes, by this technology. And I put it on my skin, I put it on my third eye, and it activates something in me. So I believe that the technology is coming around, people. It's coming around. It's being trickled out. So let's see. Does Spirit have anything they want to say? Of course we have something we want to say. We always have something we want to say. Well, not always, but today we do. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. We are Anne Marie's guides. We are your guides. And we come to you with the deepest and greatest of love. Our species is not human. Our species is a different extraterrestrial, from your point of view, extra-dimensional creation. We do not feel what you feel as a human, but we have deep empathy. We have deep admiration for you souls that incarnate as humans, for all the experiences that you choose to go through for your highest good. And this is something that you don't always take into consideration, is that in this density, hardship brings purification. Hardship, dissatisfaction, dis-ease, uneasiness brings purification. Your planet has been dealt a hand of dis-ease. And for many enlightened beings that experience this dis-ease, brings purification, brings enlightenment, brings benefit. The concept of non-judgment for your species is a very difficult concept because it is not one of your dimension. So those of you who raise your conscious frequency to a frequency of non-judgment really have it in the bag. But it's not easy because of the density that you exist in. You live in a density of separation and dualism. And duality. Right, wrong, yes, no. Beautiful, ugly. Horrible. Horrible distinctions to make about the world that you inhabit, the body that you inhabit. We say horrible. What we mean in this vocabulary that we have to use, that we have access to, what we mean to say it's a harsh judgment. It's a harsh way to live. From the other perspective, however, from our perspective and mission as guidance for our dear one here and for all of you, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Do not feel or buy into the cruelty that you impose upon yourselves. And yes, these words are harsh, horrible, cruel. They are, but it is what you do to yourselves. And yes, you physically augment yourselves all the time. Sometimes there's benefit to that. Sometimes there's genuine physical relief to when you augment your physical body to suit what you see or what you wish to see in the mirror. But then there is also the flip side, to where having access to augmentation does not give you satisfaction. That is because of the density, dear ones. That is because of the vibrational frequency, dear ones. There is no good or bad. It's simply experience. And that's the way of the universe. But in this density of separation, this density of duality, that's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing like and dislike, love and hatred. joy and sadness. So it is what it is in that sense. But with this shift into other dimensions, into the fourth and fifth densities, you will experience a release of that. You will experience a self-love that makes those issues unimportant. So seek that love frequency, and all the other issues will not be important. We love you, dear ones. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. Receive that frequency of love from us. Ingest. Take into your pores, into your mind's eye, into your hearts, the love frequency that we offer you, dear ones. You are on the right track. You are headed towards a divine unification with this frequency of love. Fear not. Fear not. We love you. Thank you. Thank you, Ra Collective. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very, very much. I'm going to let that sink in for me too. Let it sink in for all of you. Be well, be blessed, and know that I, as Anne Marie, and all my aspects, and all my guides, and all my teachers, love you, dear